Hello and welcome back to the channel Glitter Witches. Today I wanted to share with you Saint Expedite. Now I'm sure so many of you know who he is, but when I tell you this man has showed up and shown out for me, girl, I ain't playing. Yes, Saint Expedite. Since my breakup with Hecate, I have really been gravitating towards working with saints. Now, Saint Expedite is the first saint I've ever worked with, and I had such a wonderful experience with him that I just wanted to make a video about it. I'm sure most of you, if not all of you, know who Saint Expedite is, but if you don't, he is the patron saint of emergency situations, essentially. Okay, that's like the easiest way to think about Saint Expedite. He is one of the most beloved saints in the hoodoo tradition, and he's all about getting shit done like super quick. Financially, work wise, he's very good at opening roads for you in a situation. And I've worked with him once, and it just went so well. And Saint Expedite really likes to be talked about publicly about the work that he does for you. And so that's partially what this video is, a promise that I made him. And so I just wanted to show you what I do and how I worked with him and kind of how I had my setup. I am not an expert in saint work at all, so do not take this video as that. This is really just my experience and what I found worked and how I worked with him and how I did it. So if you guys are interested, then stick around. We're going to go right back over here to the altar. We're going to take a look at the little setup that I have, and we'll go from there. Okay, so here we are. We are over at the Saint Expedite altar. Now, there's no working going on right now, but I do keep his statue out. I have a little prayer card here. I do keep his water fresh. And then pretty much daily I do give an incense. So this is just what I do. I don't know if this is the right way to do it. That, again, this is just what I have found worked. And so I have done this. Okay. So I do always use frankincense incense. So I'm going to light some now. Saint Expedite is a bartering saint. So what that means, if you don't know, is that he wants something in order to work, to do it. He needs something in the beginning, and you also need to make promises to him as to what you're going to give him when he does what you're asking him to do. So if you're going to promise him that you're going to make a video, or you're going to promise him about, thanking him publicly, and you don't do that, just as quickly as he gave you something, he can take it away. So you have to take it very, very seriously. Now, there's a lot of symbolism here within the statue. So if we look at the statue, we can see the cross here, which means like today. I think you pronounce it hoodie. And then cross is down here. Stepping on the bird, that's like stomping out tomorrow. There is no tomorrow. This is going to happen today. And there's a lot of symbolism that goes in with this statue. Now, I did get this off Amazon. So there's a lot of symbolism here. And for me, when working with him, I really focused on that sort of symbolism to push what I wanted forward and working with him in that way. So I had some frankincense incense burning here. We have a little prayer card, which I also got off Amazon. Now, I did say the prayer. I'm not going to read the whole prayer. I did say the prayer every morning to him, but I also said my own prayers and my own intentions and what I wanted him to do for me. And I reminded him of that every single day. Now, when I worked with him previously, like I said, we're not doing any sort of working today. I'm just showing you my setup. I did have a Saint Expedite candle, and I did have a petition that I wrote out that I put under the candle. Now, I don't have a Saint Expedite candle right now, but I do have a Santa Barbara candle. So what I would do is put the candle in front, facing him. The front of the candle would face him, and then I would do it like this. That would be my setup. And I also gave him some donuts. He does have a sweet tooth, so I did give him a couple donuts to engage him and encourage him to want to do the working. But one of his favorites is pound cake, and I have an Entenmann's pound cake. This is in the fridge because probably in the next couple days I'll be working with him again, so I wanted to make sure I had something fresh for him. Pound cake is his favorite. So when you're working with Saint Expedite, you want to be very clear and concise about what you want and the urgency of why you need it. And you need to be specific. If you're asking for a financial alleviation, you're not going to ask, I need a lot of money in 6 days. No, I need $500 by Thursday. I need to have this. And a big proponent of this also is taking action. So by the 4th day of burning your candle, of doing this working, you need to start making action to get where you're wanting to go, whether it's money or getting a job. Now, I worked with Saint Expedite to help get my wife a job. It took about 7 days. 7 days. Within 7 days, she had this job offer. Okay? She had this job offer, and she's actually working today. So, Saint Expedite does what he does, and he is so super fantastic. I highly suggest working with him. But again, you need to be specific in what you're wanting, and you need to make good on your promises. So if you say, if you get my wife this job, I will give you a pound cake. I will give you red wine. I will give you candles. I will make a video about you. When he does what he says, when you do what you say you're going to do, when he fulfills the promise, when he gives you that job or he gives you that money, you need to, as soon as you can, as soon as possible, you need to make good on what you said you were going to do. Because just as quickly as he gave you those things, he can take them away. So that is extremely, extremely important. When you make a promise, you keep it. So I highly encourage you guys to work with the wonderful Saint Expedito. I just had an amazing first experience with him, and I wanted to share that with you guys and how I have worked with him. And it is also very important that you keep water fresh, okay, when you have a working going with him. If you're leaving out donuts, like I did prior to him doing the work, make sure they're fresh. If you come back the next day or the 3rd day and the donuts are hard, you need to get rid of them and put fresh ones there. It's the same thing as working with deity or any sort of spirit. You need to treat them as you would want yourself to be treated. Don't be leaving rotten food out or hard donuts or crusty pound cake. It needs to be fresh. If you wouldn't pick it up off the altar and eat it, don't leave it there for them. It's insulting to the spirit. So always remember to be respectful. So that's pretty much my video. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. And until next time, bye guys.